Where is everybody at in the winter in Salt Lake City? I get comments a lot from people that are here visiting about where's all the people? What do you do in the winter time? So today I want to talk about that. So stay tuned. Hi, this is Melissa Ballman, and I'm a real estate agent here in the greater Salt Lake City area. So what that means, if you're looking at making a real estate move, I'd love to connect with you. Shoot me a text, send me an email, do what you got to do, but get in touch with me. But first, today I'm talking about winters in Salt Lake City and where does everybody go? What should you expect? So when my kids were younger, neighbors, we used to say every spring, wow, the kids grew like a foot over winter time. And that's because people just really are not out. I had a client up here, I think it was in January, and her daughter had mentioned, Mom, you said there was going to be kids everywhere. I don't see anybody out. And so if you're coming to Utah to visit or take a look at it, just realize that in the wintertime, you don't typically see your neighbors. You don't really see people outside. But if it hits about 40 degrees in the wintertime and the sun is out, you bet you're going to see people out. I took this video. I happened to be out walking one weekend morning, and it was about 41 degrees that afternoon. And you can see in the video, there are so many people out at the school just getting exercise and playing. And when you drive around, you see so many more people out and about once it hits about 40 plus degrees in the wintertime here in Salt Lake. Now, I'm a little bit fanatical about not videoing kids at parks and stuff like that. So just know when I was out in daybreak on that afternoon where you can see everybody out walking and pushing strollers and things like that, the park that is right there by Ochre Lake was packed full of so many kids playing. And so if you have kids that are looking for other kids to play with and you're here, just explain to them that's pretty typical that you'll start seeing more and more kids out as the temperatures go up. When it hits about 50 degrees in the wintertime, for instance, if we get a warm spell in February or even now in March, we've had some days where it's been 50 degrees. And I'll tell you what, I open up my windows, my back door, I get fresh air, my dogs are laying out in the sun. So what you typically see in other environments, I can tell you growing up in San Diego, if it was 50 degrees out, I was not outside. It was too cold, but it's just so different here because we do have not that bone-chilling damp cold that you see along the coastlines. I get a lot of people from California and Washington that ask me about that a lot. Now, I also have a lot of people that ask me, where do people go to walk and get exercise in the wintertime? Are people still out doing those things? Yes. If you haven't watched my video about what it's like when I drove around in the snow this wintertime, you can actually see people in the video still out on the streets walking their dogs. Some were running. I've seen recently somebody on a bike with the big fat tires riding their bike down the road, and that's all during a snowstorm. So people are still doing outdoor things. Of course, there's always skiing, cross-country skiing, things like that. But if you're just looking to go outside in your neighborhood and get some exercise, people will still be doing that and get bundled up. I pass by dog parks all the time in the wintertime, the trails that go through different cities, and I'm always seeing people, like I said, they're just more bundled up than normal in the wintertime. But don't be afraid that you're going to move to Salt Lake City and you're not going to be able to take advantage of outdoor activities and walking and biking and things like that. You may not want to be up in the mountains hiking. It's going to be too much snow. And even the lower elevation, like Salt Lake County trails, they're going to be pretty snowy, possibly icy. And if there's not snow, then it's going to be pretty muddy until usually about April. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell. That way you're alerted each week when I drop a new video. I hope you found the information useful. I wanted to keep it short and just wanted to bring it to people's attention that are looking to come here in the winter time, because I get asked that a lot. If you have any other real estate related questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always here to help, but as always, make it a great day.